Hi everyone, it's Heidi from HB Paper Crafts, coming to you from my regular Tuesday live. Today is Tuesday, July 21st, 2020. Just gonna take a minute here and find myself so that I can look for comments and respond. Always takes a minute. There's a lag. I say this every time. I don't know why I feel I need to say this every time, but there's always that little hesitation when you go live. Oh, am I in the right place? Can people see me? Because you really do feel like you're talking to yourself. So so there's a little lag to find myself. So it takes a good few seconds. So there I am. All right. Looks like we are on and in the right spot. Hi, Pam. So I'm going to do something a little bit different this evening. I'm going to chat for a couple minutes while I wait for everybody to find me in their news feed, as always. I have a couple of things to share with you, and then tonight I'm going to wing it. I'm going to do some projects with the embossing paste. Hi, Danielle. Hi, Sue. All right, so if you missed it this last Saturday, I did my first ever mystery stamping challenge. So there was only a couple of people that participated, which was fine. It was just sort of to test it out. But you can go back and watch the mystery stamping challenge in on my Facebook page here. You can see what it's all about and play along. But it's a lot of fun. So basically, for the mystery stamping, you gather all your supplies, which is clue number 1. You gather all your supplies that you're going to need. And during the mystery stamping challenge, I go through and will give you each clue, which basically is instructions for assembly for your card. So at the end, everybody sort of has the same design card, but they look vastly different. So it was a lot of fun. And I'll probably go ahead and do it again. Maybe it'll be during the week. Summer, I know it's hard for everybody. Everybody's so busy. So anyway, go back and check that out on my Facebook page. If you want to play along, go ahead and do so. So as we talked about before, the new holiday, or I call it the holiday catalog, but it's the August to December mini 2020 launches August 3rd or 4th. Which date is it, Heidi? Get it together. August 4th. So August 4th through January 4th is the new holiday catalog. Has all kinds of awesome goodies, so you can get started on your Christmas crafting, which it's crazy to think about where we are already in that season, but I thought I would show you. Okay, so I have a mini haul. So when I go through the catalog, I just buy a couple of things that speak to me, and that is what I did this time around. So I don't have like boxes and boxes of stuff that you'll see some demonstrators. You can see catalog launch or catalog haul videos, I guess they call them, but I just bought a couple of things. So I have this really fun Wrapped in Christmas cling stamp set, which just has all kinds of great phrases in here. I thought would be a super useful one. And then I have the Cherish the Season. I'm all about these bells, and I have a really fun project in mind that I want to make with these. Can't wait to do that with you guys. But this one actually has the dies, Sounds of the Season dies. So this was a bundle, Cherish the Season and the dies. And I literally have not, it's been kind of a whirlwind week and weekend. So I literally have not opened any of this at this point. Oh gosh, let's see here. So these are the little jingle bell dies that go with this Cherish the Season. And oh, how fun. They have little holly berry in them. Cuts out the dies. You can see there's some dies. These are separate. And I always take these off and I put them on a magnetic sheet because the adhesive they use on these is so bad. Well, I guess it's good, but it's so sticky that I'm afraid I'm going to bend my dies. But you'll see they have the outlines for the couple of the stamped ones. So there's a little one and a big one, but how fun are those? Cute, cute. Can't wait to play with those. And the Jingle Bell, or Cherish the Season stamp set. Then I have these wonderful gems. These are awesome. They are some red and some white. They have they actually have glitter in them, which is really cool. The clear ones have little flecks of gold inside the faceted gem, so they're super pretty in person. Hopefully I catch that a little bit on the video. So I grabbed some of those. And then some really pretty ribbons. They have the gold edging on them in real red and old olive. And those are all the trimmings ribbon combo pack. And then this fun ribbon was actually in the Halloween section of the catalog, which has some really cute stuff in it. And it's just a really lacy, I don't know if it's supposed to be spider webby, but it's really fun ribbon, really soft. It's got silver and the clear in there, which I'm probably not picking it up very well, but there we go. There's a darker area. Anyway, so pretty. And that is what is this one called? Metallic Mesh Ribbon. That was in the Halloween section. And then I got some new, of course, Designer Series paper. So this is Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper. And let's see if I can open it up. I see some more people popping on. Hi, everybody. Welcome. We're going to get to playing here. I'm just going through some of my items. Hi, Sue from Ohio. Nice to have you on. So this is some of our Designer Series paper out of the holiday catalog. It's all traditional reds and greens. So many pretty papers here. So many pretty patterns. The stripes. Who doesn't love stripes? So pretty. Ooh, that one's cute. Ooh, gingham. Gingham is super popular. Oh, that one's cool. The polka dots. Polka dot pattern. Oh, some more stripes. Oh, some more polka dots. Really pretty. And a plaid. Oh, fun Christmas stripes. Love it. And the houndstooth. Houndstooth? Is that what that's called? Hi, Sandy. Thanks for sharing, Sue. Hi, Kathy. So anyway, so those are pretty awesome Designer Series papers to look for in the holiday catalog. So those are just a few of the things that I grabbed in the holiday catalog. Can't wait for you guys to take a look at the catalog and you find some goodies as well. All right, so as I said, it's been a little hectic around my house. So tonight, it's awesome, isn't it? I am gonna wing it. So I wanted to play, in spirit of honesty, I have had this embossing paste for well over a year, and I haven't opened it. So I thought, I really want to open it, and I really want to play with it. Inspiration came when our CEO actually did a video last week playing with the embossing paste, and I thought, oh man, I still have that, and I still haven't done anything with it, and I wanted to do so much with it. So I thought, I'm going to haul it out, and we're going to play with it, and I'm going to, as I said, I didn't have time to prep a project, so we're going to learn, we're going to go through this together. But so here's my inspiration piece and what I'm going to start with. So I used the petal pink and did some watercoloring in the background, and then we're going to color. We're actually going to color the embossing paste. You can use it just white, but I'm going to color it with some petal pink ink as well, and this is going to be the background for the card that we're going to create tonight. Hi, Carolyn. All right, so first we're going to need a piece of watercolor paper. So my piece of watercolor paper is 4 by 5 1/4. These amazing new aqua brushes that we have in the catalog. My favorite by far is this flat tip brush that is amazing. And that's the one that we are going to use. And then I have my Petal Pink re-inker. And I'm just going to start with the watercolor paper first. So my petal pink, it doesn't smush very well. Usually I smush my ink pads and you can get some down in there. This one's pretty solid and it doesn't like to smush. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple drops of my re-inker and I'm going to put it right in the cover there. Just a couple drops. You don't need very much. And then I'm going to take my flat brush, watercolor brush here, my aqua painter, and I'm just going to go over and give myself a little bit of water on the background. That just helps the ink sort of move around and flow to different areas. So you give yourself a good amount. Then I'm going to load up some of that petal pink and I'm going to go across the background here. Just like that. And it's just kind of giving you a base. So you can do more or less however you want it to look. So I could play with it all day and not have it look the way that I want. So I'm just going to leave it and let it be. Let it do its thing. And I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper and just clean off my brush really quickly. They're pretty easy to clean off. This flat one, I find that I kind of just pull it down and squeeze it together a little bit to get it back inside the tip so that the brush doesn't go haywire on you when you go to put it back in and bend all over the place. Alright, so this would normally take a minute to dry, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my heat tool, and then the watercolor paper actually dries really quickly when you hit it with the heat gun. And it takes a couple seconds for it to heat up, but after it does, it dries pretty fast. Yeah, safe travels, Pam. When do you leave for your trip to Ohio? And I don't want to mount my table here, so there we go. I did once ruin the finish on a coffee table because I was embossing on a coffee table and did not pay attention to what I was doing. I learned that the hard way. Alright, so there you go. The heat gun does get pretty hot and it will melt your varnish. Alright, so there we go. So there's our background just in the watercolor paper. So then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take, this is our silicone mat here. And I have the palette knives that come, or they don't come, they are in the catalog with the embossing paste. And I just like to use this larger one. Any preference you have, if you're making smaller, if you're using smaller items, you can use the tiny one. Larger surfaces, you can certainly use the bigger one here. I'm going to grab this medium brush. And when you're using the embossing paste, you always want to make sure that you have a dish of water. Because when this dries, it dries fast and it dries like cement. So you don't ruin your supplies. You want to make sure you have some water handy. So this is just the diamond background. This is an older one of our little decorative masks here. The ones in the catalog now, they have like polka dots. There's a couple of different ones in there. I don't have the newer one, so I'm just going to use this older one for now, just to show you how it works. So I set it on there sort of crooked. You could do it any way that you want. I'm going to take the embossing paste here and pull it out. So there you go. It's white. So you could use it, again, you could use it just as it is. And this is going to be good for quite a few projects for you. So I'm just going to take a little dollop here. And that's probably way more than I need. But you want to make sure that you go ahead and put the cover back on this really tight so that it doesn't dry up on you. Well, safe travels, Pam. Headed out tomorrow. And I'm going to take I have the Petal Pink re-inker, and I'm just going to give it a couple of drops. Again, just 2 drops to color it up. It doesn't take very much. And we're going to mix it together. It's almost like frosting a cake. I'm just going to mix the embossing paste together. I don't know why I get singy. I'm singing my words. Okay. And there we go. So I just mixed it together with the palette knife. And I'm going to pick some up, and I'm just going to bring it over to my paper here. And you're just going to, again, it's sort of just like frosting a cake. You're just going to hit all those holes. And I didn't want it super particular. You could certainly do the whole surface. I'm just going to do it freeform and let it happen here. And I'm not going to scrape it down too much because I want a little variation in the dimension as well. So there you go. So then you have your little background here with all the awesome little diamonds on there. All right, so I'm going to take my mask right away and I'm going to put it in the water so that it doesn't dry on me. So I have quite a bit left here. I thought, you know, we could use this in a couple of different ways. So this one I just used the dies that we're going to be using for the card I'm going to make tonight. These are part of the Ornate Thanks. So these are the Ornate border dies. And all I did is I cut this one out here and I spread it. I did it once, I flipped it around, and I did it twice. So on this background, when I was playing, I did that. I'm going to take it and I'm going to use it on a piece of black. And I grabbed this die from the Blossoms set. And I thought, well, we're just going to try this out here. So I'm just going to spread this around on this piece of black. And I'm going to go off the edges because I want to get the outline of it as well. And we're just going to use up the rest of this on this. So you could use your dies as well as using the decorative masks with your embossing paste. There's no rights or wrongs, just playing. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dump everything in the water there. And then we'll peel this die off, see what we have down. So there you go. So then you have another little background that you could use on your card, for a card. So you could do it on white. We could have left this paste white and done it in white. You can't see the petal pink really in the video, but it does have that touch of petal pink in it. So that'll be another background that we can use for another card. All right, so I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna get it out of the way. And we'll take the water out of Heidi's way because Lord knows I will dump it and get it everywhere. So we could take and we could hit this. You could do a couple of things. You could actually use embossing powder on this now. It stays tacky for a little bit. So if you dumped embossing powder on the back, you could get another dimension or another look out of your embossing paste by using that, and then hit it with the heat tool. You could hit it with the heat tool right now, makes it dry a lot faster. You could do all kinds of different stuff with this, but I'm gonna set this one aside and take out my original that I know is good and dry, and this is the one that we will create with today. So like I said, I'm just sort of winging it. I did not have an idea ready for this evening. Life has been crazy. So I had another item that I haven't used yet, and that's the Ornate Thanks set. So this is the stamp set here, which I adore the font. I love the big thank you, so grateful and thanks. Then it has all kinds of different phrases to go with that. So it has from the bottom of my heart. I wasn't sure how to thank you for everything. Just wanted to say your kindness is so loved. All kinds of wonderful thank you sentiments. And then this awesome border die set. And it has some little flower dies as well, but it has some great borders. So what I did for this one is I actually just cut out in that color. Sour sand. Goodness, my words. And I used this die here. So I just cut it out, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a thank you card with this border die. So I'm thinking that I kind of just wanted to put it down in the corner down here. like so. And I didn't want it to go, I didn't want to cover all my pretty dots that I did, or diamonds that I did. So I'm going to actually cut it down. So let's see here. Let's first just go ahead and I'm going to take some glue dots. Decide how I want to put it. And I'm going to put a glue dot on the bigger flowers here. And the leaves. Has anybody played with the embossing paste? I think that I might be addicted now, so I'm going to have to make a lot more things with it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to set that there. I'm going to trim off the excess here. And then I think I'm going to use the excess and I'm going to put that down here. Like so. I came in with sort of an idea of what I might do. We'll see how it works out. Sometimes things come together, sometimes not so much. You know how that goes. And let's see. We're going to go down here with the other piece, like that. Alright, so now I'm going to put my, well, I don't need all that in there, do I? Put my glue dots away. And I'm going to get my paper trimmer. And I want a, let's see, four and a quarter. And then this thank you that I want to use is a little bit more than a half, but not quite an inch when I played with it before. So I'm actually going to do a piece that is 7/8. So let's say 7/8 by 4 1/4. And that's going to be our thank you. I'm going to take a piece of petal pink and we'll make that an inch. By 4 1/4 as well. I might be pulling that weight out of frame. Sorry if I am doing that. Okay, so now I have those two pieces. I'm going to take some Sahara sand and stamp my thank you. Right in the center. Hope my head doesn't get in the way here. Like that. So there's my little thank you. I think I'm going to ink it. Because, you know, why not? So let's ink it up with some Sahara sand. And then we will adhere it right down onto the piece of petal pink. And the petal pink, again, is 1 by 4 1/4. Now let's see if I can get it straight here. So there we go. All right, so I pulled out a piece of mint macaron. I thought that kind of looked pretty summery thank you card. I thought it would be a nice addition. So I'm just going to fold it in half. So this is a piece of 5.5 by 8.5 mint macaron. I have my watercolor paper background. I'm going to go ahead and stick that on. I like to use liquid glue or some tear tape. I think it holds the watercolor paper better. And we'll use our take your pick tool. A little spatula makes the tear tape a dream. And that's going to go right here. Like that. And then I think I'm going to use some dimensionals for the thank you. Well, I want some bigger ones here. There we go. It's almost time to restock my little box of tricks here. And we'll pull those off. Doesn't matter where I put them, I will find them on the floor probably later. That's how little dimensionals are. They're sneaky little things. And then I'm going to put my thank you right across here. So I left myself a little space in between the dies to put my thank you strip, which is, it's good, it's fine. Okay, so I was going to say, it may be a little bit crooked, it's fine, it's going to be fine. We'll let it happen. All right, and then last but not least, I wanted to use my Wink of Stella. Let's take out a piece of scrap paper here. And this Wink of Stella adds a little bling when you want just a little something on your cards. And all I'm going to do is take it like we've done with my, get a little down in the tip here. Looks like it's a little dry. There it goes. Just like we've done with our blends markers, I'm just going to take the brush end in the cap here and I'm going to flick it onto my card, the back of my card for the background, and it is so cool. And if you have not done that, you need to try it because it's so pretty. And there we go. So there's our little, I don't know if I can catch the light so you can see the sparkly, a little bit, I guess. You can see it's sparkly on the background. So anyway, super cute, super cute. I love this. I love our embossing paste. I definitely need to play with that a little bit more. But that was the project that I had in mind for this evening. I hope if you guys have some embossing paste, you get it out and play with it. I know that now that I have actually gotten it out of my stash of stuff, I certainly will be addicted to playing with it a little bit more, but lots of fun. This one is going to be cool too. All kinds of different stuff that you could do with it. You could actually, once this dries, you could hit it with some different colors as well, and actually paint the background. So I can tell the paper, the cardstock is warping just a little bit more than the watercolor paper did, but once it dries, you'll be able to glue it right down flat. So anyway, it's very cool. All right, I hope you enjoyed this evening's sort of chaotic project, even though I didn't have an idea what I wanted to do. I don't think it turned out too bad. It's kind of cute. I love, love, love the embossing paste. You'll have to play with it. Happy stamping, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful evening and a wonderful week. Bye-bye.